We got 15 seconds. There we go. Anyone who doesn't have their camera on, I am removing. So we have a few more people. Zach, put your camera on, please, bro. Vanessa, Alex, Jessica, camera on, please. Margaret, and please mute yourselves as well. There you go. Oh my God, that's incredible. We've actually had almost everyone put their camera on. You see how good that is? Now we can see each other. We can judge. The one thing I do want to mention is if anyone in here is a little bit sensitive or maybe doesn't want their feelings to be hurt, right? It's time to get the fuck out of this room. Because I am going to be picking on you. I am going to be roasting you. Why? Because I want you guys to be successful. I want you guys to stand out. I want you guys to actually look in front of the camera and be like, you know what? I've done everything possible to stand out. I should be here. I deserve to be here. I deserve to be a closer. And if I pick on you, fucking great. Like my mentor told me once upon a time, he said, this was back in the day when I used to run nightclubs. He said, Joel, the best way to deal with a complaint is by accepting the complaint. So let's say someone was complaining at a table. I would turn around and say, thank you so much for this information. If it wasn't for people like you giving me this feedback, we wouldn't be where we are now and we couldn't keep on improving. So thank you. And this is the same thing I'm going to say to you guys. I'm going to be roasting the fuck out of you guys because I want you guys to land roles, make more sales, get better in front of the camera. But also, it's selfish reasons. I want to make sure that you guys are landing roles or standing out so I can place you on jobs so I can get paid. Because if I place you guys on roles, doesn't matter if you're on a job right now or not. If you guys are on a job making 10, 20, 30K, and I know that you're a savage closer, I'm going to turn around and say, yo, you're on an offer at the moment. There's this offer at the moment making 40, 60 grand, looking for the top closers. You fancy having a little look? You're not going to say, no, I'm happy making 20K, 20K when you can make 60K. Do you know what I mean? So that's a couple of things I want to do. A lot of what we do is headhunting. Anyway, let's bring it back. Let's step back a little bit. How many people we have in the room at the moment? So we've got 46 people in the room at the moment. And I am going to introduce myself. But first, I'm going to turn this counter off. How do I do that? Stop. There we go. Perfect. So, I like to talk. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Roast the Closers. This is something that we've been doing for quite some time, and it's just been getting bigger and better every single time we do it. Why? I want to kind of mix comedy with education, right? I want to roast the fuck out of you guys so you know what you're doing wrong. But at the same time, if someone hits you really hard, you're going to remember, right? But not only are you going to remember, we're going to now see how we can fix it so you become the best version of yourself. So I remember one of my mentors, he used to say to me, he said, and this changed everything for me as a closer. He said to me, Joel, you're such a great closer, but there's one thing that you keep doing and it's affecting you. And I'm like, well, what is it? Are you going to tell me? He said, stop being so fucking happy all the time. He said, how are you meant to objection handle if you're happy all the time? You can't go into, future pacing someone and then trying to consequence them. Where it's like, hey, and what if nothing happens? Like, how's your life going to turn out? Like, it doesn't work. You need to know how to use body language, tonality, and get people moving with the way that you speak. Because as we know, the majority of our communication is nonverbal, right? So who am I? My name's Joel Elstar. I own a company called Nomadic Closer. What do? We place closers, setters, CSMs, sales manager, C-level, and VAs from Venezuela into businesses. Why do we stand out compared to any other recruiter? It's very simple. We used to be the white labeler for all the recruiters. So now the same mentor that's always quite rude to me, but at the same time wakes me up. About a year and a half ago, he said, Joel, why the fuck are you the white labeler for other recruiters? Because that's my business model. But do you not feel like you can be on the forefront and get the same clients and just do better? I was like, well, what do you mean? He said, well, think about it. If you're white labeling, what happens if you don't white label anymore and you just bring in the business? I'm like, shit. So we calculated, we lost like 270 grand in that year just because we were white labeling. So it's like, okay, perfect. We have the largest database of closers in the space. We've got over 27,000 closers in our database. The beginning of the year, we stepped into a new database that we're collecting now. And we've placed, last year, we placed over 1,000 closers and 400 businesses. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. How could I do that? Were all the good closers in our database? No. A lot of the closers were headhunted. Now, it took a bit more time to go and headhunt than just go into our database, but that's where we found the best closers. But what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to fill that gap between finding really good closers and the headhunting to get you placed faster. So that's why I mentioned if you guys are already on an offer, get into our fucking database. Because rather than me trying to chase you, figure out where you are, if you're on our database, it'll be so much easier to reach out to you. Okay? So I'm going to brag a bit more about myself. 2017 to 2021, I I would say I was one of the best closers out there. I collected $23 million over that time, and I shit the bed. I literally in my bed crying, depressed. I thought that the money was going to make me happy, and it didn't. Like I could travel the world, business class, best holidays, best locations, best life, still traveling, making money, and I just felt very empty. And that's when I realized, you know what? It's not about how much money I can make. It's about how much money can I give away. So then I woke up with a new purpose. It's like, fuck, this high ticket industry here, like all we do, and we're falling into this trap of just chasing money. It's like, guys, if we're just chasing money, we're going to get commission breath. We're going to be jumping on calls and just be like, give me your money, right? It stinks. How about if we change the way that we do things and we give back more? I always like to say the more we give, the more we grow, the more we grow, the more we can give. My mission in life is the more money I make, the more money I can give. That money is not mine. I came into this world with nothing and I'm going to leave with nothing. But the more money I can make, the more money I can give, the more people I can help, the more impact I can have. And it's the same with you guys. You're making money, yes. You have your family that you're supporting, yes. But what else? Like, if you keep jumping on these calls and I turn around and I say to you on the interviews, I'm like, yo, David, why do you want to become a closer? You'll be like, oh man, because I just really want to help people. I'm like, what, you want to help people by taking their money on the phone? No, I just really want to make, change their life. Okay, what the fuck are you doing outside of closing to impact other people's lives? Robert, Mario, Luigi, Aaron, like, what are you guys doing outside? Maybe you do charity work, maybe you don't. But let me challenge you for a second. If you do start doing more for charity, if you do start giving back, and this is what I say to a lot of my students, can you please put your mic on mute? Thank you very much. Um, Imagine if you, whether it's once a month, whether it's every Sunday, whatever it is, you go and you do charity work. You go and you feed 4,000 homeless people. You're going to be hungry, tired, may have a headache, people are being rude to you. Guys, it's not about you. You've got to be in service to others. If you're tapping into this energy, being in service to others with no expectation in return, every time I'm giving out food, thank you, thank you, thank you for allowing me to be here and serve you. Thank you. With no expectations in return, ego aside, it's not about you, it's about being in service. Imagine if you jump onto a sales call with the same energy. I'm here to serve. My job here is to make sure that I am not going to let you offer this call because it's my responsibility to be in service to you. to help you, whether it's on this call or not, whether my program that I have can help you or not. I'm here going to be pointing you in the best possible direction. Once you tap into that energy, it becomes a beautiful game because you're truly there to help people. So I just wanted to give that little intro because this is something that truly changed my life and it changed a lot of my students' life. Why do I say students? We had a sales academy for 3 years teaching B2B, B2C sales. A lot of you guys who know me, you know that we used to have that. Now I'm just focused on the recruitment and there's a few other things that I want to mention. So on this call, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be helping you to help me to help you to help me, which is we're going to go through a couple of intro videos. I'm going to pull back the curtain and I'm going to show you exactly what I struggle with, right? Which is your fucking intro videos suck, right? We reject 90, what last month was actually 93. The month before was 97%. So you're like, okay, I've invested all this time, money, and effort into getting my skills. I've been fortunate to land a role, but now I'm looking for another role. I've been sending these intro videos around. You've put an effort into reaching out to recruiters or to business owners for what? For 97% of them just to be rejected? So let me help you help me, right? Because I want to get you placed and I'm going to show you what what we suffer with and how many business owners suffer from the same. And at the end of this as well, after we go through a couple of intro videos, what I would suggest, guys, get ready to send me your Loom intro. I'm going to share screen and I'm going to roast it. And then I'm going to teach you what we should be doing. And then from there as well, we're also going to be teaching you a bit more about how to stand out, how to find good job offers, how to be the interviewer, not be interviewed. And at the end of this call, I am going to sell you something as well. So if you guys want to leave, you can leave now. There's 44 people in here. Know that at the end of this call, I am going to sell. So let's see how many people jump off. 1. There we go. That's not bad. From 44 people, 1 person jumped off. There you go. Absolutely. Now, who knows what I'm selling, right? It could be air. It could be, I don't know, charity. It could be one-on-one. It could be a job. I don't know, right? But I am going to sell you something. So if you stay to the end, you'll see exactly what I'm going to do. But at the same time, I want you to get to know me a bit as well, because I am who I am and I don't have any filters. And that's why I love what I do. That's why people reach out to me all the time. I've known like me and Pierre, we started in the industry pretty much the same time. And it's so nice to see a lot of familiar faces here. And it's so nice to see people taking calls in their fucking bedroom with underwear on their bed. What the fuck are you doing? Right? So it's like, how are you ever going to get placed if I see some underwear on a bed? Like, seriously, guys. So who has some balls? There's a lot of people that even women, you can have balls as well. Not physically. I just mean who has the courage to give me their intro videos in the chat, and then I'm going to share screen and I'm going to go through it, and then, like I said, I'm going to. Am I back? 1 second. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Good stuff, guys. One in the chat if you can hear me. There you go. Okay. All good. Cool. So let's do this. Let me know if it cuts again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Let's have a look. Why is this not loading? Let's open this. Okay, cool. I'm just going to open a couple of intro videos here, but guys, send me in your intro videos. I know you guys are shit in the bed. Okay, and then I'm going to roast some of your intro videos, and then I'm going to show you a bit of how annoying it is for me. So again, 44 people turned up, not too bad. One person jumped out when I told them I was going to sell to them. There we go. Crazy, right? So let's jump into this. So, first of all, thank you very much. I am going to say one thing first. If you're a DM setter and you're sending in an intro video, don't worry too much about the quality. What I mean is, if you are a closer and it looks like shit, remember one thing. If you're sending an intro video, what do people look for? Whether it's a recruiter or a business, you are the business card of that company. You are going to be representing the business and the fulfillment. You're going to be representing the potential success. So, in reality, the more professional you look, in today's market, we are living in a recession crisis. And the recession crisis means there are many clients that used to just buy. Now we're in a trust recession, right? It's they just don't trust. How can we sell to them before the call, on the call, where they can buy straight away? It's not as easy as it used to be, but if we have our ducks lined up correctly, it's going to be much easier. So let me just quickly jump in real quick, and this is the DM setter. Let's have a look here. Let me just share sound on my side. I mean, first of all, for this to be a DM setter sending in a video with this video quality, like, well done, right? It's great to see that the video quality is there. Now, again, if I was judging it on a closer, it'd be slightly different. I like this as a DM setter intro. Well done. But let's have a look at this. Is this Daniel? Is this Colombian Daniel? It is, yeah. There you go. Okay, what's the first few things that I'm going to say? Like, Daniel, exactly where you are now. Why didn't you record the video with that little picture in the background? Like, it looks so much better than this boring background, right? Oh, that's it's 5 months ago, right? So it's cool. It's just a really good example. The background is absolutely boring, right? Which for me, unconsciously, I think you're just going to be a boring person with a boring conversation. The camera quality isn't good enough because it's quite blurry, and there should be more light in front of you. So if we look, and the camera's jumpy as well. If I need to talk to someone for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and the camera is jumpy, I'm like, oh my god, like this is driving me insane. Fuck. Um, Let me ask you a question, Daniel. Would you consider yourself someone who's quite monotone in general, like an introvert, or would you say more of an extrovert? Perfect. Perfect. Being Absolutely. I think with it's funny because most introverts can sell better than extroverts, right? I'm going to repeat that. Most introverts sell better than extroverts. Extroverts sometimes are too fucking happy, right? So like as you're going through your sales career, you need to learn to just tone it down and become more serious. Okay? The only issue that a lot of entrepreneurs have is they try to end up being the coach and not a closer. What does that mean? It means sometimes you fix the problem so well that they're like, Daniel, like, this is such an amazing call. Like, I'm going to go and think about it because I think you've given me the solution. Right? So you have to be really careful between being a coach and being a closer. Very different. Open-ended questions, you're the one that's asking them questions. You're never coaching. But again, this video, I would reject this video straight away. How I see you right now, Daniel, I would like if you just done exactly what you're doing now, I'd approve the video for an interview. Yeah. So I appreciate. Oh, and the other thing, if I see this as 5 months old, I'd reject straight away because like you've upgraded, and I know you have. What else do we have here? Let's. Okay. How does this keep changing? Do you know what? I don't like all this. Like, I don't know. I don't know what sales coach is telling you to do CV slideshows like this. But recently, over the last 2 months, I've seen it more and more, and it's fucking boring, right? And I'm saying this because I want to see who you are. I want to see your personality. And if you're reading and doing a presentation, I'm like, man, who is this guy? How's he going to show up? How's he going to turn up? So I would like you to put in the chat now who the fuck's telling you to do intro videos like this, because I'm genuinely curious. Don't get me wrong, I have seen some good intro videos as a slideshow that I have approved, but like imagine the difference between going, "Hi, my name's Joel Elster, and I just want to do this quick intro video for a second. I've been in sales for the last couple of years, and to be honest, I am very, very good at closing XYZ. Now, what kind of sales experience do I have, and what is my sales style? Been in the industry for 7 years, and my sales style is consultative. I really want to plant the seed so they can tell me the problem and solve the issue or what they need to do rather than me telling them what to do. Anyway, let's jump into that when we jump onto another call. Let's book a call to see if our energy aligns, and if so, let's have a little chat. Something like that. Okay, just what it just came off of my head. I'm just being myself. If I'm an introvert, hi, my name's Joel Elstar, and I'm just going to make this quick intro video to talk about my sales experience. So, over the last 5 years, I've closed over $23 million, and I'm very good at closing coaching offers. That is what I'm good at, and that is what I'm going to stick to. Why? XYZ. Okay, just explain. But then if I do a slideshow, hi, my name's Joel Elstar, and I'm going to talk about myself for a second. I am 39 years old from London with 7 years experience in coaching. I am a 360 closer who has availability for 14 hours, and I'm open to work any working hours. It's just it doesn't work. The other thing that doesn't work as well, and this is what drives me fucking insane, is if you send me an intro video, right, and it goes like this. Hi, my name's Joel Elsa, and I'm a highly motivated individual that likes to work in a team, and I'm very, very good at working under pressure. Again, fuck off. Don't read from a CV that you made back in high school. Be natural. I want to know who you are. Be as natural as possible. And one of the tricks that I always say is if you have, I don't know, let's pretend this is I got my phone, and pretend there's a picture on my phone, and I've put it in front of my laptop, and I've got my friend on the picture, and I'm just going to pretend I'm talking to my friend. Guess what? You become natural. You sound natural. And that's what I think you need to really focus on is how you can become extremely natural. Because again, unfortunately, you only have one chance when sending an intro video. And if you send that intro video, I look at the first 10 seconds, and if I don't like it, I reject it straight away. So what are the first things I look for? Let me go through, as an example, I don't like blurred backgrounds. I don't like fake backgrounds like some of you guys here. How do I go and see more people? There's a button there. Okay, let's have a look. So we have, let me choose a favorite. Let me choose a favorite. Um, I'll probably choose myself, to be honest. Let's have a look. So, fuck, there's not that many good ones. I mean, Yelson possibly, but the camera's like I think still missing a bit of light in your face. Um, Reed, I think the angle of your camera is slightly too low. It should be a bit higher. Um, what else have we got? Kai, the camera's way too low. Yash, pretty good, but I think the camera quality could be a little bit better. Margaret, I'd like to see some shoulders because I'm sure you do have shoulders and not just a floating head. I could be wrong, and I apologize if you do have a floating head and that's just you. So, but why am I saying that? Because I body language is so important. You see my frame, you can see my shoulders, you can see my arms, and when I'm talking and when I express myself, I'm in such a great position that I can interact with someone. I can move them with my body language. But if there's just a fucking floating head, what the fuck? Seriously, like Mario, I like the way that your camera's positioned. I just think there's maybe a bit too much blur on the back. What I would do, I would just get one of a light that I have behind, and I just get a bit of depth. Okay, get it like Umar, like that white background is hurting my eyes. It's like, yeah, man, you've invested into a microphone. You wear black. You're looking good, but like, it's still missing. Like Nick's, I like your setup. Nick's is looking pretty cool. Um, the mic looks bigger than you. Maybe you are, 3 foot. It could be possible. But like, why is your mic like 7 foot tall? I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense. Who else we got? So you see what I mean? This is what I mean about, if I want to get someone on an offer, do I want you to represent my client? Does the client want you to represent them? Aaron, like, I've got a feeling you're a good closer, but like the background is just it's boring. So what do I listen? I travel the world. I've been to 52 countries as a closer, and what do I do when I travel? I look for when I book in Airbnb, I make sure that there's a smart TV and a table I can move around, and I have one light that I travel. Well, I have a smaller light that I don't know where it is at the moment for the background, and then I have another smaller light for light. So wherever I am, I can put my logo, I can put a picture, I can put whatever in the background, and it looks really good. So if I can do this when I travel the world, why can't you guys? It's so important. Okay, let me show you the ball ache that I have. And again, I am from the UK. I'm not from Australia. Some of you US people think I'm Australian. I'm not. So you didn't get the you just didn't get it. You just didn't get it. Whenever I go to events, um, they always make like WhatsApp chats before you turn up, and I always say I'm the English guy with an Australian accent because it just makes people understand I'm from Australia. Not. If it's not loading for some reason, give me a second. Okay, let me put it up here. So let me show you what we do on a day-to-day basis and how many intro videos and applications we get on a daily basis. So once an interview. Okay, ready. So check this out. What we have a job board. On the job board, we have people applying for the roles. This is everyone that wants a role. This is just this week. We haven't cleaned it up yet. And everyone that has a shit video. Look at that. Look at that. That is more. Look at that. We haven't even gone through these yet. The only ones that we've got up to is here, approved for interview. What happens is we go and open. Let's have a look. We open this. We look at the profile. Okay, sold 500,000. Sweet. These are all the offers that they actually want to jump on. Okay, open the Loom video. Oh my God! Straight away, it's like, why the boring background, right? The like, let's all roast this together. What I want you guys to do in the chat is let me know what's the first thing that you would change. Let's put it in the chat. Let's have a look. Lighting, posture, no smile, background, lighting, body language, angle, right? Okay, cool. So like what I would do here, I'd then jump in straight away and I'd be like, I'm going to go down and I'm going to do please fix intro video, um, custom feedback. I'm going to be like, need to get more, and it takes so long, more lighting on your face, better camera, right? And then I just have to keep doing that. And it just takes so much time. So if you did it properly, we wouldn't have to do all of this. And you probably would get more of a chance. So I'm on a mission here to help you guys make a lot more money. I need you guys to think. Camera quality is super important. Video quality is super important. Sound quality is super important. The positioning of the camera is super important. Knowing how to present is super important. Tonality, knowing how not to be boring, know how to stand out, knowing how to actually prepare for interviews, knowing what to speak about on interviews, knowing how to become the interviewer, not the interviewee. Knowing how if there's 50 people that's applied for the same role, that you'll stand out and you'll get the role. That is what I want to do. That is what I want to help. Because again, the more I help you, the more I can help myself. The more money I can make you, the more money I can make. So how do we get paid? We don't charge our closers for placement. I think if anyone charges you, if anyone mentions, hey, pay me money and I'll get you placed, fuck, that's horrible. That's a con. Do not pay anyone to get placed. That's a con. And I said this in another coaching program, and he sent me a message after. He was like, bro, I'm charging people to get them placed. I said, bro, you're not. You're charging people to train them to get placed. You're training people's sales and helping them get placed. Fair enough. Okay. And then if you are not putting the right information in the type forms, like at the end of the day, we may just miss you out. So there's a few things that I want to challenge you guys with. I want you guys to take things to the next level. I've set something up. A good friend of mine reached out to me who he's my accountability buddy. He's been accountability buddies for many other business owners. And it wasn't until I actually changed my habits, the way that I operate, the way that I commit, I just kept chasing the wrong thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly invite a good friend of mine just to talk real quick about how important it is to set new routines, to set new habits for 2026. Okay, and then I'm going to show you a bit more about how you can make more money outside of your business than in your business. Guys, not last month, the month before, I made $72,000 just from doing intros, just from introducing one person to another. How? Because I signed up to a $30,000 a year program that taught me the importance of how to network and what to do. And I want to give that to you guys. I want to show you how while you're a closer, you can make more money as a closer than a closer. I want to tell you guys as well how 92% of all businesses fail. And I don't think you should start your own business. I think everyone should be a closer for as long as you can. And at the same time, while you're making money, you have your side hustle that I want to teach you, where you actually start making passive income, and that passive income will eventually take over how much you make. So you can then focus on other stuff. Most people go from closer straight into a business, fail, and then jump back into a closer. I got a message 2 days ago from a sales coach. Oh man, I'm going to jump back into being a closer because I can make more money as a closer. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But with that being said, I'm just going to quickly invite Brian to open his mic, say a couple of things about how important it is to start 2026 the right way. And then what I want to do, I want to challenge everyone. So stay around if you are interested and curious about what the challenge is, and also how you can become aligned, get to know me more, how I can see you progress, get you placed faster. Stick around, and we're going to be talking about it in a second. I just want to make sure, Brian, are you there? Uh, that's weird. There it is.